goes. So this is it. This is what we expected. Greetings, Internet. Didier here, and I don't know how to feel right now. You know, I was completely floored on Friday when Panini made the announcement that they will no longer be continuing producing the Dragon Ball Z and supporting the Dragon Ball Z card game as we know it. This is actually the fourth time this game has been ended, and this discontinuation of the game doesn't exactly make much sense. At least from a consumer standpoint. I mean, from like a monetary, like business, corporate mindset. Sure, I get it, Bandai. And you know, we've been given very little information on it. But if you read in between the lines of the Panini blog, notice Richie's exact wording. He said, so as to not oversaturate the market, the master license holder, which is Bandai, has decided to not renew Panini's license. To not oversaturate the market? This is basically a professional fuck you from Bandai. They're saying that we're releasing a game, we're releasing a collectible card game based on the, Dragon Ball Z IP. Well, actually, the Dragon Ball Super IP, just the Dragon Ball universe. It's just using the Dragon Ball characters. And because they're making that super game, they're like, you know what? We really don't want competition. We don't. So, you know, maybe, you know, Panini's a smaller company. It's a mid-sized company. They don't really do trading card games. They're not so much of a threat from a marketing standpoint. Obviously, there are areas from improvement. We all know this. Panini could have did a better job in several areas. Yes, I get that. But the point is, if they're the master license holder, why even compete? What's the point for them? And that's where we are. Regardless of profitability, regardless of whether or not they're a threat, none of that matters. The point is that you have a company that owns the license. Why are they going to sell that license to another company or continue to sell that license to the company and allow them to produce a card game that's going to immediately directly compete with one of the products that they're launching? It just doesn't make sense from a business standpoint. It doesn't. And so, yeah, I get it, but I'm angry. I waited a long damn time for this. So, yeah, this video is going to be a little salty, because you know what? I've been playing this game for 13 years, okay? I've played it through thick and thin. I've played every rendition of the Dragon Ball Z card game. This is the best damn one. This is the best damn one. It has the cleanest mechanics. It has the most balanced format. And yet, no, don't cry. Don't cry about Unleashed. Don't cry about Goku. No. All right? I can name 6 MPs from the old game that were way stronger than Goku. Relative power, okay? In the old card game, there was this massive gap between Tier 1 and Tier 2. Okay? In this card game, there's a very small gap between Tier 1 and Tier 2. I can use a Tier 2 deck and top cut. You could not top cut with a Tier 2 deck in Score Z. So you know what? Yeah, so I'm angry. I've never been more angry at a company before. And I'm not talking about Panini. I'm pissed at Bandai. I'm pissed as a consumer. I just can't believe it. And you know, this channel has never been a Dragon Ball Z channel. We started with Dragon Ball Z. We continue to produce Dragon Ball Z content as our most focused form of content. But this is random number gaming. This is not random number Dragon Ball Z. So I'm a gaming channel. So I play tons of other games. I've gone through phases, and I go through phases. I'm always playing a competitive game, whether it be online or you know, whatever it is. I'm always playing a competitive game. And that's the content that I'm going to make for you guys. Whatever games I'm playing, I'm going to make content for. I'm not going to play games to make content. I'm going to make content for the games that I'm playing. So yes, I'm upset about this because I love this game and I wanted to continue to blow out all this content for this card game. I wanted to produce a video a day. I had all these plans this year that I was going to release to you guys in an update video. Cubicorn Games said it best in their recent podcast. They said, if you love this Panini game, if you love it, the best way to get back at Bandai, you know, petitions are nice, but they typically don't really get what you want. Like, they typically don't have an outcome to it. The best way to show your support for Panini is vote with your dollars. And that is by boycotting Bandai, by not buying Bandai's product. And that's what I'm doing. You will not see a single... I was going to release a review of the Bandai game, but I refuse now. You will not see a single Bandai video on this channel. But you know what? It's okay. What I said a few weeks ago when I made that post after the rumors had peaked, I noticed it. I noticed the rumors had peaked. I received several messages from people saying they had insider information, saying they knew this, they knew that. So I made that post on Retro, and I simply said that it doesn't matter if this card game ends, because the community will band together and we will pick it up, and that is exactly what is happening. So currently, most of the original developers that worked on the Panini card game have picked up and are running with a virtual version of the Dragon Ball Z card game. So this means that Panini isn't dead. Panini is not dead. You all remember Retro DBZ? Before, Panini was released, before the idea of actually going to a Dragon Ball Z officially sanctioned tournament had even crossed any of our minds again, we had a virtual card game, Retro DBZ. We had a website, we released virtual cards, everyone played with them, and it's fun because people like a changing format. They don't like a static format, because when you have a static format, you feel like you can solve the format. Like it's like one big math problem or something like that. There's only so many combinations, and once you tried out all the combinations, you figured it out, and then it's solved, and it's simple. And when things change, you need to resolve it. And if things are constantly changing, then it's impossible to solve. And that's what makes it fun. So this virtual card game is going to be great. It's definitely going to allow proxies in some capacity. Most of these discussions have just began, and I'm involved with the discussions. I have direct ties with the development team, and I have constant stream of communication with them. So please, if you haven't subscribed already, click that subscribe button. If you're interested in the virtual version of this card game, Random Number Gaming will be your premier source for all news related to the virtual card game. This virtual card game is going to be completely non-profit, and we have to be careful, guys. We can't make profit off of the Dragon Ball IP. We can't do that, okay? Because Bandai owns that. So if we start making profit, then they can send us a cease and desist. So we're not going to do that. We're not going to make any profit off of this. We are simply going to want to just continue to gather our friends together and play the card game. Just find venues for us to play. Maybe someone wants to donate some product, donate some play mats, just so we can have some sort of prizes for the winner. All the details of this need to be ironed out, so I'm going to give you a very general overview of what's expected in the next coming months. This channel, again, is going to be your premier source for the virtual card game, so I'm going to try to release for you guys bi-weekly videos or weekly videos, depending on how much information I have to give to you guys. So this is the first one, so expect the next update video to come in 1 or 2 weeks. And I've had several conversations with the developers already about their design philosophy that they're going to follow with this virtual card game. The most important point that they wanted to get across to me is that they do not want to reinvent the wheel. They want to continue Panini's legacy. They want the torch to be passed. They're not going to redo the game. They're not going to massively change anything. And truly, they're going to honor the final CRD that Richie talked about in the Panini blog. They're going to come out with a final CRD for the game that's supposed to balance the game as a complete entity. So continuing on from that point, once Richie says, guys, here's the game, this is the way that I want it, have fun, and hopefully I'll see you again. From that point, that's when we're going to say, let's continue on to the game. Let's honor what Panini, all the work that Panini did, and let's just release virtual cards, and edit them and balance them around Panini's format. Not balance the Panini format around the virtual cards, balance the virtual cards around Panini's format. And likewise, they're going to follow the same format of release that Panini did, which is, of course, the starter deck with 6 MPs and then usually 2 booster MPs, so a total of 8 MPs. And then expansion set, another starter set with masteries. Expansion, starter. So that's the way that they're going to do their releases. So since the last set we had, Awakening, was a starter set, the next set's going to be an expansion, and then another expansion, and then another starter set. So they've kind of given me a loose date for the release date of the first new set, which they're shooting for late February, early March. That's when they're shooting. And there is going to be a period of spoilers. So we're going to be rolling spoilers out to several fan sites out there, including this one. And actually, I'm going to do something a little special for you guys and actually play some of the new stuff on my Twitch, on my stream. So if you guys would like to join me and play some of the new virtual cards before they're released, join my RNG Facebook group. Link is in the comment section below. I'm going to be posting there and saying, hey, I need players to play the new cards with me. So join that Facebook group and keep your eyes peeled because we're gonna be spoiling some cards on my Twitch stream. Oh, also PSA to any of the 2017 World Championship qualified players, the players that are already qualified for the 2017 Panini World Championship. Obviously, that's not happening anymore. But if you're qualified, the devs, they want to do something for you, so they're gonna allow you to make a card for the virtual card game. So if you're qualified for the 2017 Panini World Championship, contact Joey DiCarlo, and he's going to let you make a card for the virtual set. So a little bit more nitty gritty here about the new set, and I know this is going to excite a lot of you. So we got 3 new MPs that are going to come out with the first virtual card set to release again late February, early March. So 3 new MPs, that's full stacks of 4 and 2 name cards. So we got 3 new stacks and 2 new name cards for each new stack, as well as we're releasing 4 new level 1s for old existing MPs. So these old existing MPs are receiving a nice little power jump, one might say even a software upgrade. Version 2.0 of these personalities are going to be super strong. Additionally, aside from MPs, they're releasing 1 card per style, per type of card. And I say type loosely because what I mean by type is physical attack, physical block, energy attack, energy block, event, setup, and drill. So that's 7 cards. So they're releasing 7 cards per style for each style. Because they're doing reduced sets. Now, there's going to be a lot of advantages by doing this virtual set, the way that they're doing it. They're releasing smaller sets, so they're going to be able to more focus their play testing, more focus on, making really good, impactful cards that are going to, bring up archetypes that are a little bit weak, that need maybe 1 or 2 key cards. And also, they're going to be able to, make sure they iron out any issues with MPs, hopefully not break the game or anything. And another advantage is, of course, is if they do release something that, maybe is a little too powerful, it's virtual. So they can easily change it. Not an issue. And then additionally, they're going to have 4 new allies. So I assume 1 ally for each of the new MPs, but don't quote me on that. So and that's it. So that puts the new set at around, I think, around 70 cards. Around 70 cards we can expect to see to add to our arsenal, which is a lot. I mean, I said that the guys have, this is set 8. This is virtual set 8 of PanZ, or the virtual Dragon Ball Z card game, whatever you want to call it. So I'm excited, guys. I'm playing, as big as a role as I could ask for in this virtual card game, and we need your help. That's the thing. If we truly want to continue this game and make it successful, we need you guys to play it. Go to events, give us feedback, comment in the comment section below what you want to see, what you like, what you don't like, what you don't want to see. And see Random Number Gaming as your source, your line to talk to the devs. Because everything that you guys say to me, I'm going to go back to the devs. So I'm pretty excited, guys, and I know this is a weird time for us. This is a weird time. I have mixed feelings. I'm a mixed bag right now. Like, I'm angry at Bandai. I'm upset that this happened again for the 4th time. But I'm happy at the same time because this community is just so damn awesome. Because it just took hours, just hours. Like 2 hours after they announced the game was dead, I was on the phone with one of the devs. 2 hours, bam, on the phone. We were already ironing out these details. So, and that's kind of what I'm talking about. So, you guys are in good hands with the developers. They care so much, and I care so much about this card game. We will not let it die. If you love the Panini game, I urge you, keep watching this channel. Look for updates on the virtual card game. You're not going to be disappointed. So please don't hesitate to hit that like button if you like this video. And as always, turn your dial to Random Number Gaming for your premier source for all info related to the Dragon Ball Z card game.